Hi there and welcome to the Marketing Bootcamp presented by myself, Mr. Z. Remember, I'm here to share some common sense that you may not know about. Common sense from one industry to another industry can act like an atomic bomb in the sense that it can help you achieve your goals a lot quicker and a lot more profitably than otherwise not knowing the information. So let's get on to a little bit of common sense. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making the time to shut off all of your gadgets and turn off your phone and shut off the radio and whatever distractions are around you and to focus some time on your business with me. I'm here to share some wisdom with you. So first of all, grab your blue and your red and your black pen. I've got all three of them in here in front of me along with my piece of paper. And what you're going to do is you're just going to get that workbook printed out and you're going to kind of go through the video and just pause this and then come on back here and then let's proceed. Remember, at the end of the presentation, I'm going to have a special offer. But first, let me talk about a little bit about who I am. I've been in business since 2001 in a sole proprietorship. And the business that I went into was funded by the government. And I'm proud to say that I was one of those government grant guys. I went out there, I had a business idea, I went and I brought the business idea to my business mentor. My business mentor turned me on to a government program. My government program, or the government program at the time, decided to give me 12 weeks of college education, which is fantastic, all paid for. And what they did is they decided to also give me mentoring along the way. As long as I've been in business, I can say for certain that I've always had some kind of mentor or person around me or some kind of advisor or someone who's going to be able to help me understand business a little bit better. I've had business mentors that are in it just for me, and I've had business mentors that are in it for just themselves. And it's really important to understand the difference between the two when you're going on business. My background, after getting this college, I got a college program all paid for. They paid me for an entire year and they paid these mentors for a year as well. It was just a brilliant government program. And they still exist, by the way, guys, so get out there and grab as many resources as you can that are being provided for you as a business owner. I mean, my services, for instance, can be paid for by the government, and I think that you should talk to your accountant about that. So in 2001, I built a life cycles coaching and life cycles personal life cycles business, and I grew that business until 2007. And in between there, I decided I wanted some more experience, so I went and got some more experience in the housing market. I ended up working for one of the biggest social housing programs in Western Canada, which is really great, owned by the government. It's funded by the government, nonprofit. And from there, I decided I want to learn how money works, so I ended up going and becoming employed with one of the big banks to understand just the fundamentals of money and how it works. And I became pretty good at that. And then in 2007, I purchased a marketing franchise and a marketing license. And I was given so much material, plus I was given the training to go out and get a number of different kinds of business and business models and prepare marketing planners and business plans and help them with leads and generation and marketing copy and essentially get their USP and all the things we're going to be going through here. Step by step, created a marketing plan for them. And in around 2009, I always had the itch to do real estate. So what I did is I ended up doing some joint ventures in my own business. And from 2000, actually, it's about 2007, 2006, I got involved in my first real estate deal. And then 2008, and then 2009, and then 2010, and then 2011, and then 2012, and 13, and 14. And I was really growing, just growing a business and understanding what it takes to build a number of different kinds of businesses. So from that point of view, I realized, okay, well, I've been given this incredible training and this incredible insight into business and how to use business for real estate, and I've got this great management background, and I've got so much experience and knowledge that I want to share it with you, and I would like to get paid for it. Obviously, we all want to get paid for the work that we are doing. So what I ended up doing is creating and going and and building this marketing business from the license and the franchise. I got mentoring and coaching again. And when we speak in person, I'll tell you how much I paid on that. And I got that over and over and over again in regards to training. And so not only did I get the college training, but I got some private one-on-one business training. And as I got involved in the real estate business, what I began to understand is I began to understand the business of real estate agents, the business of mortgage brokers, the business of home inspectors, the business of appraisers, the business of renovation companies. I started to understand the business of construction. I started to understand all the different trades in the real estate business, all of them businesses, obviously. I started to really take a look at all the different niches and all the different ideas that were in business, and specifically in real estate, because it was a mystery to me. I wanted to solve the mystery. And solving the mystery just means that you have a common sense about it. So I ended up coming back here into the business realm, and I ended up maintaining clients throughout building my real estate business, which is fantastic. Having clients is exactly what every business needs. It doesn't matter which business you are. The 3 ways to grow a business, and this is one of the first questions, is to generate leads or generate interest in your business, get attention in some way. And then what you want to educate those individuals. You want to share information with them. And then what you'd like for them is to become a buying client or a buying customer, or they're using your product or your service. And ideally they use that product or service more than once. And so 3 ways, there's actually more than 3 ways to grow your business, but those are the top 3 ways, is to basically get more leads and sell more products and services. And we're going to go through it a little bit more as we go on. So I ended up realizing that, oh my gosh, I have so much information. I went and I built a 6-figure business, and I ended up having a number of joint venture partners, and I learned everything. I learned a lot about what to do, what not to do, and what I do differently. And so this is about what I would do differently, and what I am doing differently, and what I'm going to encourage you to do differently as well. So right now in your workbook, you can write down, why did you start your own business? You probably read it through already. You can pause it just in this moment and take a couple of moments to say why you started your own business. So I want to know. And when you come to one of our live online events or one of our in-person events, I'm going to want you to talk about this, and so we can really make better or market or understand what you're in business for. And it's really important. Even when we're speaking one-on-one with any of your mentors, you need to understand, why did you start your own business? So let's go right to the answer. I know I started my own business. I wanted to have more time. I'm the same as you. I wanted to also make more money. I wanted to follow my passion. And my passion was to sit down with people and share information with them where they wouldn't otherwise get. I mean, we're in the age of information, that is for sure, but it's no longer a question of if you can get the information. It's a question of the referral, or where can I implement this? Where can I implement my passion? Where can I turn my passion where I'm the boss, where I'm the one making the shots, where I'm the one calling the time, where I have no cap to the amount of money that I'm making, where I can live the lifestyle I choose, and I can help other people also with that. You can build employment, you can build employees, you can build management teams, you can do licensing. Oh, there's so much you can do, and it's really exciting. It takes time, effort, energy, and yes, it does take money. So you being the boss in your business, you don't necessarily want someone else to be the boss. And so this is where strategic alliances, strategic networking, oh geez, the list goes on and on and on. Let's just move on. Where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Just pause it right now if you'd like and write that down. We're going to be sharing that together, as I mentioned just earlier. So here it is. Everyone has dreams. How many people achieve them? And we all know with goals and dreams that there are ups and downs and valleys and peaks, and there are obstacles, and there are hurdles that we have to cross that we never expected would come in our way of business. There's new rules all the time. There's so many different, I guess you could say, business niches that you need to know about, wearing all the many hats if you're an entrepreneur, a single entrepreneur. But if you have a small business, you have to know how to delegate those hats and allow people to do it in their own efficient way. Only 10% of businesses have a business plan, and I'm happy to say that that's one of the first prerequisites that was needed in that government program that I took, is that I had to take a 4-week business plan course. It was 4 weeks, and we went and we did all this research, and we had a mentor or a coach, business advisor actually, and they would help us along the way and help us understand how to build a business plan. And then as I was going on and establishing my business plan, I found out that the business plan is different from the marketing plan. When I got this business franchise, I realized what a marketing plan was. Now I create 47-page marketing plans, and they are different than business plans. They go hand in hand. The marketing plan, if you don't have sales, you don't have conversions, you really don't have a business. You might have the best tasting soup in the world, but if no one's tasting it, you're enjoying it alone. And that's, maybe you won't go hungry, but you certainly won't get enough money to go and get the important things. For instance, like paying all your bills, vacations, making sure that you're profitable, that you're putting your money into wise business ventures for marketing and sales of your business. So you kind of get the idea. So not only did I realize that most businesses don't have a business plan or a marketing plan, they also don't really have an exit strategy. How are they going to get out of the business? Business obviously is not going to continue forever unless they have a plan or a succession plan. How does that work? And that's where I kind of like that one of my first businesses was not only a sole proprietorship, but also it was not being, I was an employee for quite some time as well, but it was also building and buying my own business. And then I actually had the privilege of understanding what it was to be a director in other businesses as well. All of these have different responsibilities. I've been privileged to be a director of a mortgage investment corporation. I learned quite a bit from that, and I was their marketing, and I was also doing the marketing for them at the same time. That was a 4-year project. And I would say that project went successfully. The amount of leads that they got was incredible. And that's the idea, is where can you put specializations? And in my specialization, I like the leads, I like the conversions, I like the marketing, I like the education, I like the one-on-one, everything that I'm doing right here, I like this. And what do you want to do with your business? Do you want to grow it, shrink it, expand it? You want to relocate, franchise? Do you want to just maybe have a lifestyle business? You have to take a look at margins and so on. Lack of planning, lack of sales is going to send you bankrupt, really, not lack of planning. So if you're thinking that you're going to go bankrupt because you're not making enough sales, you're probably right. So let's take a look at the planning, and then let's take a look at the sales that are resulting from the active sales process. And there's no one in the business that sells better than you. No one. And if you can take that passion and that information that you have and share that with another human being so it becomes their passion, you've been successful in your business. You've been very successful in your business. Where do you want to be in the next 5 years? What are the gaps between you and success right now in business? What are the gaps between you and success in business? Just pause it. I want to know about this as well when we talk next time. What about your goals still being in your head? How about always doing your best to be better at time management? What about, I had a real issue with one of my coworkers once where he never wanted to be accountable for time. Never put anything on the calendar, didn't really have great follow-up, and these are all red flags. So if you don't want to be, you want to be working with a person who takes notes, who has some kind of writing system, who is able to put stuff down on the calendar and is able to meet you halfway in business. So, I mean, time management is really, really important. It's one of those skills that I'm constantly working on. I would never rate myself a 10 on 10. I'm working on time management and maximizing the time every single day. Lack of systems, not knowing what systems to use, lack of strategic thinking versus tactical thinking, about not understanding the numbers or the sales process. All of these are gaps between business owners and success at any level, every level. It's the gap between the CEO and the client. It's the gap between the CEO and the director and the staff. It's the gap between the staff and the clients. I mean, it's all around. The idea here is to have a system that is step by step by step that everyone can understand. And working for a billion-dollar organization, remember I worked at a bank, it taught me a lot about systemization. It taught me a lot. Everyone was moving quickly in the bank. They were all, people left, people came, people went, and they got promoted and so on. And so they had to have a champion system. And I'm privileged to have been a part of that process, and have watched that entire process. It becomes part of my transferable skills. Not only that, as I was able to train the CSRs, the customer service representatives at the bank as well. They saw me as a champion, so I was able to help them out with that. What about understanding not understanding or having ineffective marketing materials, having a bunch of platitudes, or lack of effective prospecting, or not leveraging your contacts, or staff management? I just mentioned the staff management. Added value initiatives, losing motivation. And there's one important one. I want you to answer to yourself right now, do you own a sales and marketing company? Do you own a sales and marketing company? And I'm going to say I own a sales and marketing company. My sales and marketing company can take any product or any service at any time, and I'm able to work with that. And so the number one gap is that most people don't recognize they own a sales and marketing company. You got to become really good at understanding sales and marketing in your business for whatever product or service that you've got. It makes the absolute difference in your business. So guess what we're going to be covering today? That's right, you should be doing the up and down jumping and getting excited, because in the next video we're going to be covering exactly what we just went through right now in a lot more detail. We're going to be going through the secrets, we're going to be going through the details, we're going to be going through a lot of information that is going to allow you to have a very good understanding about what I'm going to be able to provide you and your business. I look forward to it. Take care.